second time I'm recording this video. My phone stopped recording halfway through, and y'all, don't worry, I have a camera. It's coming. I'm in the process of getting it together, getting my life together, and the editing software and all of this. As you could tell by the title, is my biggest dents in my collection. Now, a disclaimer, the biggest dents in my collection, this is going off of what I can see. Anybody want to guess which Ultra bottle I feel like has a very large dent? Anybody want to guess? Go ahead and drop that down in the comment section below. But there are a few bottles who I just cannot see on the inside of them, and so it would be a crapshoot just trying to guess how much is used of it. And of course, the sizing of my bottles are all different, so it's also kind of hard in that aspect to try to go from like a 3.3 ounce bottles like this empty versus a it just varies, you know what I mean? But this is general mostly biggest dents I have, and I'm going from the least biggest to the biggest. Blah. Let's jump right into it. First one is Valentino's Donna Bonaroma Yellow Dreams. No, I do not have the original yet, but I do want it. This is it right here. I'm not bum rushing to go get it because I feel like holiday season it's far, but not really, and my birthday is during holiday season, and so I feel like it's a good birthday present. It's not super expensive or anything, and I think it does work better in the cooler weather anyway. But Yellow Dreams, the flanker, is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's a musky, citrusy, sweet, very, very feminine type of fragrance. Super feminine type of fragrance. She's giving luxe, gorgeous, feminine. I'm wearing a cute dress, and it's not even necessarily luxe per se. I could be wearing a Shein dress for all it matters, but it's super girly with like flowers and colorful and whatever, and it's like A-line, whatever. You know the vibe. But yes, this has a pretty decent sized dent in it because it's just easy to grab. Most weathers I don't have any issues with it. I actually haven't had an issue with it yet when it gets super hot, even though it has some sweetness to it. I haven't really had an issue. Longevity is moderate, projection is moderate. It's a decent fragrance, and the price point is mid-priced. Here is a fragrance I've had for some time now, and this is a 3.3, this is a 100 ml bottle. Okay, look at this dent. This is Burberry Brit for her. Is that right? Yes. It's the almondy, it's like a citrus pear, bubbly, bright. Oh, it's so slightly green, kind of sweet, gorgeous fragrance, and it is an eau de toilette, so the longevity is not doing its thing a-lang. But I do have, some fragrances. I've upped my lotion and my layering game, and so I can get this to last about 4 or 5 hours, right? And in the sun, in the heat, it actually does last a little bit longer. But this is a vibe, and as you can see, I'm killing it. Next one is one I talked about a lot in the last couple videos, and that is L'Ombre de Merveille. It's the Coca-Cola Lush Bath Bomb for me. There was a joke here. The joke is gone. The joke is lost. It's lost from the other video that I threw away because I'm upset that it stopped halfway. No one else knows what that. Okay, I'm gonna stop. It's gorgeous. It has pretty decent longevity. Projection isn't booming. It's like a short, like a tiny bubble, a mini bubble, but it lasts a pretty dang good amount of time. It doesn't stay with that Coca-Cola, like glass bottle Coca-Cola vibe for long. It's mostly that Lush bath bomb, which is like a sweet, clean, powdery type of smell. And I think it's the incense in here. I believe there's black tea, incense, and something else. I believe the black tea and the incense is what's really helping this to last, because this lasts a pretty dang decent amount of time, and this was leaning more towards the affordable range, which yes. The next one is one that I only literally, okay, the dent in this is, it's a decent dent, but what makes this so impressive is I've only put this dent in it in a few weeks. I'm overspraying on it with basically all my perfume, so that's not necessarily what the only thing that caused this dent. This is Joe Malone's Mimosa and Cardamom, and I just really love how this smells in the heat. I bought it back, I think, in fall. I wasn't really impressed. I was like, Joe Malone, this is what y'all are gassing. This is what you guys are gassing. Please move from front of me. And now that the heat is here, this is absolutely gorgeous. When it's heating too much, and I don't want a sweet, this is what I go for. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous girls love gorgeous things. The next one is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This is Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle, the original. I've actually taken a pause from her. This doesn't look like that impressive of a dent until you go so, and then you're like, oh, I did. This is intense. And this dent is extra amazing because this is one of the fragrances I don't overspray, one of the few, because she is booming. She is a baked, almost too ripe, but not quite. It didn't reach too ripe pear with like a syrup of like cinnamon, vanilla extract, sugar cooked over it and wrapped in the pastry, and it's just soft, it's delectable, it's like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. This is really beautiful. I just haven't been wearing it because it's really hot. It's really hot. But when I want this vibe, I do wear the pear lotion from, oh my gosh, what's the name of the lotion? From Bath & Body Works. It gives me a similar vibe, and I did layer those two back when it was cold. Forever it lasted. Forever and ever and ever and ever. The next one is the Love. Oh my gosh, it's a newer fragrance. I believe it came out this year. And this is Burberry, her Eau de Toilette. No, I do not have the original yet. I'm thinking I want it, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna see if I can get it gifted to me. But like a relative or something. I want it, but I don't know if I want to spend the funds on it. This is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Do you see this disturbing, disgusting dent on in here? It's okay. This is a very fresh yet sweet, so it's not that super hard green pear. It's like you push and it gives you some denting. Like, it's like, you know, there's people who like when it's mush, and sometimes I like when it's mush, but when you want that sweet green pear but you want to be able to cut it up for a fruit salad, it's that type of perfect, it's sweet but not mushy type of pear. Am I making sense? Somebody tell me I'm making sense. That's the pear in here, and I believe there's like strawberry in here. There's some other stuff in here. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is anytime weather. This is inside outside fragrance. This is nighttime daytime fragrance, because I can add a little bit of anything to this and just give it a little bit of zhuzh. This immaculate. This and Marc Jacobs Daisy Also Intense, beautiful conception of gorgeous wonderfulness. Dolce Garden, oh no, this is those are gorgeous. I could go on with a few fragrances. This does work really nicely with a few different fragrances. It's a brighter, sweeter, fresher, gorgeous take on pear, on whatever the heck else is in here, because it's phenomenal. I just had to give it a moment of silence. Sorry. Let's move on to the next one. This girl right here, okay? This is the fragrance in which I got a decant because I was scared, okay? It's the cannabis for me. I had to, though. I had to get the decant because the way this fragrance was gassed and gassed and gassed and gassed, it was getting fuel at the gas station, the type of gas. All right, I'll stop. But Flora Botanica is one of the most hyped fragrances, I feel like, on the YouTube channel. Okay, obviously it's not Baccarat Rouge 540. Everybody talks about that fragrance, but this is very, very hyped. And look at this dent, and this is a 1.6 fluid ounce. I did hear that they discontinued this, and I am fit to be tied, trying to decide. I am fit to be tied, trying to decide if I need to buy a backup bottle of this, even just a 1 fluid ounce. This is definitely going to carry me through the rest of the summer and get me into the beginning of like next year. But I might get a 1 fluid ounce so I have it, because I just think this is very, very, this is like so almost low-key out of my comfort range, but not, because I'm noticing I have a really intense love for tea in a fragrance. So I'm Caribbean American, I'm Jamaican American, right? So I grew up drinking a lot of different tea, one of them being mint tea. And so there is not a tea note in here, but the mint in here reminds me of a sweetened mint slightly, because you got to be careful with the sugar you put in your tea, but slightly sweetened mint tea. This is absolutely gorgeous. You definitely get a very green outside vibe, but that mint tea in here for me, because it creates a scent memory, it's giving mint tea, it's giving tea time in the gardens, because this is very well blended. It's really well with my skin chemistry. Oh, this is so good. I don't know what other notes are in here besides the cannabis and mint, but there are other notes. They're great. I do believe rose is in here. I don't smell it. Very earthy, slightly sweet, mint tea-esque type of vibe. Gorgeous. I've been talking about this for a minute, but I really love this, and I really think you should get your hands on a decant. It is not a safe blind buy in my opinion. Yes, I ended up falling in love with it, and I bought it the same day I got the decant after I smelled one smell, but on myself, but not a safe blind buy as far as I'm concerned. It's green, okay? So if you really do like green fragrances and you don't mind a little sweetness in your, this might be okay to just get, but I just think get the decant. You can get it on FragranceNet for like I think $14 or $15. Just do it. It's Chanel, darling. Come on. Sheree says it all the time. Yo, she's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. She's fire, okay? I want to be like her when I get older, when I grow up, when I am awesome and bougette and, oh, I'm fun now. But you get what I'm saying, okay? It's Chanel, darling. No one says it like her, but we try. This is Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. This is, okay, I'm gonna say it's the best Chanel that I've had and smelled. Hold on, okay? Because I really love Coco Mademoiselle. I do, but this is whenever fragrance. Coco Mademoiselle this is a minute dent in there. However, I keep looking up because I'm looking at my mirror, looking at the Coco Mademoiselle bottle. Look at me as I'm disrespecting it by saying this is my favorite Chanel fragrance. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Listen, I love you, but when it comes to a fragrance that I can use often, okay? I have kids, I have a husband, I have a home, I'm home a lot, okay? I'm in the grocery stores a lot, I'm in TJ Maxx and Marshalls a lot. You can wear whatever fragrance you want whenever, but that just gives me, I want to be going somewhere nice vibes. I want to be about something awesome vibes. I love wearing Coco Mademoiselle, and I love layering Coco Mademoiselle with something that has some sweetness to it. It gives me bougette, gets some sweet vibes to it. This right here, it's such a citrus, but like sophisticated, but sophisticated in a way that you can wear it anywhere. You can do anything with this fragrance. I've worked out in this fragrance and it lasted. And when I work out, I don't play, okay? I bang out that mile in under 10 minutes, okay? I be lifting squat with weights, okay? I be squatting till I can't breathe, okay? I be doing those little elliptical things, all right? I be doing Zumba. I be doing the fighting class. Don't play with me. Anyway, yeah, and she lasts. I wear this out when I do my own bougie eat by myself day, night, or whatever. Oh, perfect. She's just grocery store greatness. I want this in my house greatness. I went out the shower, greatness. She's just really great, which is why you see such an obnoxious dent in her. It's really wild, this dent that's in here, and it's an Eau de Toilette, which is super wild. But this is a 1.7 fluid ounce. Look at this dent. Look at this dent. Okay, we've reached the last one. And if you thought that Chanel Fresh dent was a nice dent, let me show you the dent to end all dents. This is Guerlain's Mon Guerlain. Y'all, if I was editing videos right now, like I like to edit videos, I would go ahead and edit myself talking S-H-I-T about this fragrance. I'm being dramatic. It wasn't really S-H-I-T. It was maybe like a shart. Like a little bit. About this fragrance. Because I was not shook. I didn't think it smelled bad. But I was not shook by this fragrance. I was like, oh, it smells nice. Why everyone can't breathe? I don't get it. To inhale your oxygen. Okay, she's still alive. Like, and so it was great. It was nice, but I wasn't like, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. A few weeks went by, a few more weeks went by, a couple months went by, and I kept spraying this. It said it's an easy grab, pretty girl fragrance. There's something simple and fun, and I'm just gonna always smell good at the right time type of fragrance. This is gorgeous, and I do kind of wish I got a bigger bottle, but I do actually enjoy the look of the smaller bottles for most of these fragrances. And I think I got this for like $55 or $50 on Macy's. So hopefully I'm gonna probably, I haven't touched this in a little bit just because of the heat, so this will probably take me into fall, possibly winter, to catch that sale again, because that sale was immaculate. That was giving immaculate conception. It was giving money is on my money not long, not yet. It's gonna be there. Yes, it will. But it's not. So I gotta be smart with my purchases, okay? And this is good projection, good longevity, compliment getter, and also I feel good while wearing this. It is a sweet, yummy, delicious fragrance. Think along the lines of Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. It's a little thicker, it's a little sweeter. It's very, so if you don't like super sweet or thicker smelling, feeling fragrances, this is not for you. But she's absolutely gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love her. I love her. She's great. She's great. Let me know if you like Mon Guerlain like I like Mon Guerlain. I think it's not like I've never smelled like this before, something like this before, but she's pretty, she's gorgeous, and she deserves her flowers. Flowers, I'm throwing flowers, not tomatoes, I'm throwing flowers. But yeah, so those are my dents. Let me know, what 2 bottles do you have a nice size dent in, and how big are those bottles? Do you find it harder for you to put dents in your bottles, or do you think it's quite easy? I mean, I am a little heavy-handed, okay? I'm overspray Anna, so keep that in mind too. But it does take time still, regardless, to put a dent in a bottle. If you've reached to the end of this video, go ahead and drop me a musical note, okay? Because I felt like I could, I felt like I could do a little singing, and that wasn't the way. But anyway, go ahead and drop that musical note, any musical note that you feel like, so I can see who reached the end of this video. Hit that like, and please subscribe. Join the fam. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to do my little thing-a-ling-a-ling for everyone. And I want to show you everything about self-care, okay? That is fragrances. I'm a little obsessed right now. It's lotions, it's body sprays, it's taking care of your skin, taking care of the inside of your body, taking care of your hair. I'm interested in all the things taking care of the temple that I have been blessed with, excuse me. So thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.